So principle 5, all about passion. So I can't tell you how many books I've read, and I know, Jamie, you and I laugh about this a lot, is how many books we've gone through and read. It's like, passion, the number one thing I invest when VCs are talking about if the guy's passionate and everything else. And we're here to tell you that passion is the number one cause of failure in startups. The number one cause. If you're investing because that entrepreneur is passionate, there's more likely than not a problem, because passion in general is a combination of ego and attachment. So my ego says, I can do this, nothing's going to stop me. And Hollywood and every book about heroes has taught us that that's what we want to be. And that's how they try to portray successful startups. And maybe 1 in 10 million startups actually unfolds that way. Yeah. Most startups are the 5th iteration of what a product is and and there's usually 2 or 3 people that are leading the charge. And the other part of that is the attachment. I can do this, I'm going to, no matter what, and I can make it happen, and it's going to be done this way. If you don't have the ability to have the humility to understand that you're going to be wrong 90% of the time, and that you're going to have to pivot constantly and almost every quarter in some cases, you know what, you're going to blow your startup up. So when we look to work with companies, or when we do our investment, if somebody comes in and they are that passionate, ego-attached, CEO, we generally take a pass pretty quick. That being said, tenacity is very good. We want somebody, and just thinking about this, we need to put humility in here too. So tenacity and humility is good. So nice never quitting the dream. Being passionate about always making sure that happens, totally get that. And then having the humility to be wrong and the courage. Are you willing to be wrong today? That's a key question we ask the leaders on the teams that we work with. What were you wrong about today? And if you weren't wrong most of the time, I'll tell you what, you're not out of the comfort zone to build a startup that's going to be successful.
Yeah, and that's one of the number one things we talk about at the company. Our courage value is all about stepping outside of your comfort zones. It's we look at do what's right, not who's right. Tenacity, passion, ego, that's all about have the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. And if it's Cam plastering above his desk, are you willing to be wrong today? Then that's what it takes. And you have to be able to do that in a startup.